Welcome to I Recite. I am so excited. Well, first of all, I'm Kai Love, just in case y'all are just now tuning in and you don't know what's happening. I'm Kai Love. But I am super, super excited to share this moment with someone that I adore, someone that I love, someone that I respect. Um, and it's National Poetry Month. So, of course, on I Recite, the literary podcast for all things written, whether it's poetry, stories, songs, music, uh, whatever you writing, you can do it here on I Recite. But for National Poetry Month, it was important that I pulled together a guest that I think was appropriate, someone that was interesting, someone that you need to know. Y'all give it up for this queen, Darlin Mikki. Woo!
Hello, everybody.
So, we have a lot to talk about, sis. And I
We
want
do.
to talk about it, okay?
Let's talk.
First of all, how are you feeling? How have you been managing during this pandemic?
I, well, today I'm feeling with my hands, but I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm at my mom's house. I'm fine. The pandemic has had me up and down.
Okay.
So I say there has been some good turns and some bad turns, and some almost turns. I did that turn.
Come on, I did it. Yes.
So it has sparked a lot of good things. I've had some trying times through it, but I got through it. You know, I I've caught COVID and I beat it.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Yes. Yes.
I'm alive and well. So
Very good. I'm glad to hear that. So let's jump into this first question.
mm,
You are known as boss lady in certain circles.
yeah.
What does a boss lady look like in terms of spirit, presence, and energy? And who is a boss lady or boss ladies that you look up to?
Oh, um. Well, I guess a boss lady is, I guess, someone that can um take in it all, but you can't see it on her face. you know, um, I have a lot on my plate. But I hope I don't show it on my face. And I think that's why I coined the term. Like I can get it together. I see it fall. Here I come, and I caught it. So one of there's a young lady I know that's on the poetry scene. She's not a poet, but her name is Toy Ann McCrae. Um, Her husband is a poet. He's known by Black Ice. I think she's the epitome of a boss lady. The epitome. She just recently celebrated her anniversary of 24 years with UPS, and she runs a program for girls. She manages her husband. I mean, flawlessly. When I say she jumps in the booth, she jumps in the booth, and I'm like, that's who I want to be like, like I want to be a version of her, my version, but a version of her. So, I don't see if she has stress, I don't see it on her face. I've seen her in the background running around, and when she come out, you'll never know that she was back there running. So that is one person that's close to me that I know that's a real person that I can touch, that I look up to.
Yes, Sister Toy certainly is a boss lady. First of all, congratulations to her for all of the awards. I know that she's gotten a few awards.
Yes.
Someone you should know or making a difference. I'm not sure the exact terminology, but
Yeah.
she is amazing.
Amazing.
So we'll make sure we tag her when this episode airs because we want to
Okay,
make
okay.
sure that she knows that she is in the boss lady realm. So you're a poet, among other things. You're lots of things. Oh, you said sometimes I'm a poet.
Sometimes.
So tell me about the first time that you performed a poem in front of an audience. Where were you? Do you remember what piece you performed? How did you feel going on the stage? How did you feel coming off of the stage?
This is something I'll never forget. My first time doing a poem was at East Sundays. Um, uh, Host invited me out, Hood Race invited me out. He had invited me a couple of times. I refused, but I came this time, and he was like, "Just write something." And I'm like, "Write something? I can't write." But I remember dealing with the stress of my aunt um, being diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
Breast cancer, and it was devastating to the family. You know, she had kept it a secret and was telling us what she was going through. And so I wrote the poem about her being a fighter. And when I got up there, I invited them all out. So her daughter came, she wasn't feeling well, and my family was in the audience. And when I got that paper, I was shaking like a leaf on a tree, baby, in the Windy City. Okay. And I couldn't get through the first two lines.
Yeah.
So somebody shouted out, "Turn your back." I turned my back. I was still shaking, but I got through the poem. And they were so encouraging and just like, I mean, they clapped for me like I was Jill Scott or somebody on the stage. And I was like, "Is that for me? Oh my God." And I think I've missed one Eddie Sunday since then, and that was 8 years ago.
Yes. So Eddie Sundays is such a kind of iconic movement here in the city of Chicago as far as open mics are concerned. Long running, always a packed house, and just a beautiful atmosphere for sharing. So
Absolutely.
those of you who are not from the Chicagoland area that are watching this, if you are looking for some good entertainment, and I believe it's the first Sunday of every month, correct?
Absolutely.
And you are in Chicago or in the surrounding suburbs
Yes.
on or around the first Sunday of the month, go to At East Sunday. I promise you that you will be transformed. It's not
Absolutely.
just for poets, it's for people who just appreciate words and good talent. You'll never know who comes through on At East Sunday. There's always a featured guest, but there's always so much amazing talent in the audience
Absolutely.
that you just will leave full, entertained, laugh. They got these
Literally.
thing called yummy gummies. Boss lady be making them. Boss lady, let me tell you something. Boss lady, you done got me turned all the way around on some yummy gummies.
Baby.
First of all, I gotta drive an hour to get to Addie's because
Oh my God.
I live. Now I'm in there. I done had me 1 too many cups of the yummy gummies. And then here go somebody calling me to the stage. I'm like, I didn't even sign nobody list. I just came to listen. Why I gotta say a poem?
The host is a bully.
Right, being a bully. It just makes no sense. But it's such a warm place. I love being there. I love sharing there. And I just encourage everyone that's listening and watching to certainly make your way there if you can. It's a beautiful
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful experience.
It
now,
is.
You are a mother and a grandmother.
Yeah.
Grandmother where? Grandmother who? Grandmother how? So all of them, right? Share with me the trials and triumphs of motherhood.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, call on them. Call them.
Because that's what we need. My children are adults now, shall I say. Everybody is older than 18. And when they were younger, their father was took away from them. I think my youngest was 6 months.
Wow.
and left it all on me. So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do? I'm in the heart of the hood, and so I snatched them up, brought them to the suburbs, and it got much harder for me. So my mother assisted in helping me raise them. Like when I say assisted, she was literally the other mother, and but needless to say, they all have their own personalities. I have one son, which is my son, SUN. Like, he's mommy's son. Like, Mom, you okay? You need me to rub your feet? I have one daughter that's like, she's that one. You have that one. Yes. She's that one that will challenge her mom, and it's been really, we've been going through a lot, and it's been really, really trying to get her to understand that I've been 21.
Yes.
They don't believe that we've ever been 21. I get that. I'm not you. And I'm like, you don't have to be me. I've experienced what you've experienced, though. And I know what you're doing. So my oldest daughter finally got it. And she's really motherly. She has a daughter and she has one on the way. She has a son on the way, which I'm ecstatic about. And she finally got it. And she's trying to teach my 21-year-old, like, my mama told me this. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen that way. This what happened to me. This is what. So I mean, it's hard, but when they get older, it actually gets harder when they're older. The easy part is done when they're young, and you can tell them what to do. Try telling them what to do at 19. So I got a 19-year-old just discovering, and she thinks I'm a bank, so she just called me like, yeah, I'm going to Walmart. You think you can send me $200? I say, for Walmart? I say, Walmart, Jason? Yeah. See, my card is connected to her Uber. It's just, I'm her bank account. I'm just hoping she gets it soon. So yeah, motherhood is different nowadays.
It certainly is different. I was just sharing with Savant that we don't know what we're doing. And it was fine. He was like, yeah, okay. We were like, we just hope this baby be all right. Because Lord,
listen,
how we were raised, it just not working.
It's not working.
It's just not. It's like we not speaking the same language. They not motivated by the same things, and mostly they not fearful. They I was fearful. I was fearful. Like even when I was in that college. Now I'm at a whole nother situation. I'm real far away from my mama, and my mama don't even drive, so she couldn't even get to me. But baby, the fear of the Lord was on me.
Scared, SKED, scared. That, and these, like you said, these kids, now you have to explain to them. You used to could tell them because I said so. Now it's because this would be the and it's totally different. And with my grandbaby, I feel like, and I really do believe it. Somebody said it to me, and I'm like, with my grandbaby, I feel like this is my chance to do it, what I didn't do or what I didn't know how to do. And I'm like, without the restrictions, without the restrictions, I can't say no. My grandbaby called me. She said, you were a mean grandma for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes. Because I had to tell her to go to bed. She has insomnia. So I have to tell her to go to bed and read 12 stories.
Right.
But it's okay. It's okay. As long as it was only for 5 minutes.
Right. Just, that theme, that's a theme. It's like when you are redirecting, providing that stern redirection, for whatever reason, they feel like you picking on them, like you being mean to them. It's like, wait a minute, you get everything that you want.
Everything.
And you have all of the things.
Literally.
Without doing much labor. Like we had to do the labor first.
Oh my God.
Like all of the things. And we asked you to do one thing, and then now it's like, oh, you picking on me.
Exactly.
These children, they wouldn't have made it 20 years ago, sis.
Honey, listen. It's totally different. It's totally. I even, when she's with my mom, I even have to tell my mom, don't do that to her. Explain to her why she can't do that. My mama like,
yeah.
I said, don't do it. That's just it.
That is a lot. But what a blessing to be able to see not only yourself in your little grandbaby, but also see your own mom in this little baby. Like this, the generations. Like,
oh God, is you don't even. My grandbaby is the light of my life, my entire life. Like I'm angry with my daughter because she ain't put video call on her phone yet, so we can speak. You don't need to speak to her every day. I say I absolutely do.
Absolutely.
This is my grandbaby.
When I interviewed Tiana Rial a couple of episodes ago, she said she can't wait to be a grandma. And
she's excited.
I was like, I want to be a grandma too, but got a long way to go. Got a long way to go, sis. I'm like,
yeah, your baby 12.
12. Long way to go. I mean, now he's 12 going on 52. But
take your time. Take your time.
I just want to spoil a little baby. That's all.
It's fun.
I know it's fun. I enjoy seeing you interact with her and all the pictures that you have on your profile on Facebook. Just she's just a beautiful little thing.
Thank you.
So last episode we had Eros, the Prince of Poetry, on.
I didn't get to watch that one yet.
Yes, please watch it, y'all. If y'all haven't watched that episode, it was the one right before this one. So go to the Recite Facebook page. It's up there. You can go on YouTube at Recite. It's up there. You can listen. If you can't watch, you can listen on SoundCloud or any place you listen to your music. Recite is there. So
he's very well spoken. I like to hear him speak. Absolutely. So I know
he was super insightful. But we talked about love, of course, because he talks about love on the socials a lot. And I'm Kylo, so I talk about love too. And it made me want to ask you, what's your definition of love, and how does love show up in your life? Since I'm asking these questions now, sis.
Well, love. I think the definition of love is being able to accept the flaws and all, but you have to also be able to correct them. Some things, not just flaws, just things that are wrong. Be accountable. I learned that in a long-term relationships that you have to be accountable for for what you do to other person. That it's not just you. When it comes, because if you love somebody else, even if it's in a relationship or with your family, it's still another person that you have to be mindful of. If whatever the case may be, if my children can't be accountable for their mistakes or what they do, or my mom, it's something that I have to be able to sit and talk to them about and say, hey, this is what I need in my life. And if this is not it for you, then we have to figure out something that has to compromise. Because I have dealt with some things in my life that people are not accountable, and I'm always there, and I'm always trying to cover it up, and I'm always trying to fix it, and I'm all, well, maybe I can do this, and maybe I can do that, and maybe I can patch this up, and it just doesn't work for me. And at the end of it, I'm still left with the hole. So, so just I think it's just a lot with accountability for me that people have to, I don't know. And I'm old. And I'm just learning this. Don't tell anybody.
I
I
think that
can't hear.
I think that as we get older,
Mhm.
we learn so much about ourselves. And then we look back at how we have received love and how we have expressed love, and we see the gaps. We see
Yeah.
the places and spaces where we could have been better. We
Yep.
see the places and spaces where we received things that we were undeserving of, um, where we've carried loads that weren't ours to carry, or um, figuring out how to feel vulnerable in the love space, whether that's familial, whether that's relational, whether that's
Yeah.
intimate. And one of the things that I think I discovered about myself in the love space, and it didn't hit me until probably my early 40s,
Hmm.
was that I was really loving on a very surface level,
Mm.
obligatory love.
Oh, wow.
You know, like you are my brother, you are my mother, you are,
Yeah.
my father. And I was always crazy about my father. I was loving him deeply.
Yes.
But a lot of other people I was loving well. No one would be able to say, oh no, she not loving me good, because I was loving in a very obligatory way.
Hmm.
Like it was like a job. Like
Yeah.
I have to
It's
make
what
sure
I'm
that I do.
supposed to do.
This is what I'm supposed to do. This is how to do it. So, and it didn't tap into the better parts of me or the worst parts of me, the vulnerable parts of me.
Mhm.
It never touched that space. So I was
Wow.
super surface with it
Wow.
and was like, people deserve more of me.
Hmm.
And I deserve more of people, because if I am actually going below the surface, cracking that asphalt and allowing people to kind of get in a little bit closer, they may experience something even different and even more than what I've shown them. So I
Yeah.
had to figure out, why was
Why
I
was it like
loving
that?
so surfacely, right? Like,
Mm.
and that was a hard conversation to have with myself. And I think that when we get to be our age, we
Yeah.
have those conversations with ourselves, right, sis?
Yes. Constantly. Constantly. Like I have to pound those things in my head
Mm.
of what somebody else is deserving of with me and what I'm deserving of. It's really it, sometimes we just say, okay, it's love, we're accepting, I'm content. But some things you just have to let go, although it's convenient.
Mm. Now that was a word.
Yeah.
Sis, share some poetry with us.
Share some poetry with you. Um, love. My forever is what I call it. I thought we lost it. I had to remember we was on our Iron Man and Pepper Potch. We got tangled and twisted. We damn near missed our beat. We dangled by the threads of lust and heat. We damn near lost it. It almost cost us the Oval Office. But before it got hopeless, love swooped down and Olivia poked us. The feeling of defeat engulfed us. We had to fight it off us because we be like bars to beat. Stanza to this piece, the old Bobby and Whitney. I remember you told me I was the best thing you never knew you needed. And you the best thing I'ma always have. And I ain't letting go nothing but the BS in the past because you know the secret ways of loving me, even the ways we made us. That first kiss rekindled lust. The second connection was mental, but it was sparked by a touch. They say three's a charm, but you are a chest full of treasures, and I struck gold. I was stricken off your list before they made me yours. Oh, this poem, love, wasn't the whole poem, but it was what came to me. It's much more to that. The video is on my channel, though.
Yes, check out her channel. She will definitely wow you with more of that poem. It's interesting to me, I know, because I'm a reader. I have poems memorized and songs memorized and things like that, but I just love to just read words off the paper or
Mm.
envelopes or whatever, I'm writing on. How do you prepare to like manage a poem in from memory? Like what's your preparatory regimen?
The shower, the car, the job, the literally everything I make. If I know I have to perform it, it is my playlist. That poem is my playlist, or those poems, whatever it is that I'm performing, is my playlist. I hear nothing else. It's on repeat. It's in my car. It's on a CD. It's on my phone. It's connected to my Bluetooth at home. It's my kids know my poems. They literally do. So my first, um, even poems that I've listened to, like when I first started listening to, I hear my kids recite them because I played them so much for something I really like. So that's literally how I prepare. I listen to. I like to record myself, and I just listen to it over and over and over and over again. I have bad, horrible eyesight, so as much as I love to read, it is probably the most excruciating pain. No matter what glasses I got on, what contacts I got on, I get a headache. So audibles just, oh, I don't, when they made that, I was like, Jesus is Lord. I can read without, trying to read, you know. So, but yeah, that's how I prepare. It's everywhere.
Yeah, that's intense. Like I know some people who can pick it up right away. Like,
Kale.
oh my God. First of all, I gotta get him on here. I gotta talk to him about a lot of things because,
Baby,
like, I don't, I like, is he connected to a alternate universe
listen.
where the words just come and he just knows them? I just look, my brain be. Wait a minute, sis. I could write a poem right now. Write it and read it after we hang up. I'm gonna be like, who wrote that? That's nice. That was me. What?
I did that.
Memory is horrible, and the pandemic has made it worse.
You see it. I wrote 20 poems during the pandemic.
I don't know nothing. I don't
You
know nothing
probably
about
ain't heard
nothing.
any one of them. Oh,
Be
boy.
like, what?
I'm still trying to, it's one poem, my lingo. I have a poem called My Lingo,
Ooh, I
and I'm
love my lingo.
still trying to memorize.
I
I'm
love my
still,
lingo. Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good poem. That is a good poem. I love that poem, sis.
I'm trying to get it in me. I'm gonna get it in me, and I'm gonna be able to deliver it the right way.
This summer, that's gonna be
So that's goals.
goals, such a goal, sis. So, speaking of my lingo and all these other creative things you do, you really are a creative genius and support behind many artistic events here in the city. So we've mentioned At
Mhm.
Ease. What she didn't mention is she be at ease in it, right? She coordinating, getting that together, making sure everything is running the way it's supposed to go. One of my favorite event series of yours was the Her Story series.
Oh, yeah.
So, share with me kind of like what is the inspiration behind you coming up with these event moments? What is all of the planning and how do you get the artists? Like, talk about
Woo.
the event planning production space because you are the CEO of Boss Lady Productions. So,
That I
how do
am.
you pull these things all together?
Jesus, take the wheel, make a left, park the car. It is. I, I, I'm literally, before there was a team at Ease, there was Mickey, and Ollie was the artist. Rex he was the artist, and he was like, "Well, I need this, and I was like, "Who's gonna do that?" He was like, "Well, you." This is what we need. There are going to be 300 people there. I need you to get this. I'm like, oh God. Well, her story started with my album. I have an album out called Hustler's Wife, my first album, and which is my favorite album. It was my story.
It's mine too, sis. I love it.
Thank you. It's literally my story. If you don't know anything about me, if you literally read into words, you'll know me if you listen to it. And those things actually happened in my life. Those are things that I've been through. So it came there, and Ollie was like, "Well, that's your story." So I think that a series of this would be good for you to be able to vent and tell your story. Since you don't want to be on stage as much, a production would work. And let's call it her story, and it'll be a series. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, that was a load. He's like, but you got to put it together. He was like, go through that arsenal and pick out what poems you're going to do. And I'm going to set up some studio time. And this is how it's going to happen. Everything else is on you. You put everything else together after we record. So, of course, picking the people had to be very personal when it came to my album. The ladies, I know all the ladies that I chose had a story. You were one of the ladies. I read the story. I absolutely love it. Just the poetry community itself, the people that I have met within the poetry community, I've heard their stories, and I've heard their poetry, and I knew that was something that I wanted them to share right along with me. So I picked a set of ladies that I knew that would bring this production together and just give a piece that embodies them. And of course, we just give them a call and hope and pray that they do that. Tell them what what the show is about, and hopefully they come with a piece. Finding venues is like Anita in a haystack around here. It's really hard. But that's what we do. Boss Lady Production does. Outside of being Darlin Mikki the poet, we definitely find the talent. We book the venue, and we put on a production. If you just want a production, you just tell us, hey, this is something I want to do. I want to put together this type of show for my birthday, or this type of show for my family, or something. And that's what we provide. We can provide the talent. We'll provide you with a space. And it would be something you want. Just you sit at the head of the table, literally.
That is so interesting. I think that you have garnered such respect in the sector of the poetry community, because there's many sectors in the city of Chicago, depending upon what side of town you are, what kind of race or ethnicity you are. There's lots of places that you can get into poetry here in the city.
Yeah.
I think, though, that you have garnered such respect among all of the sectors.
I hope so.
That you can ask people to do and be anywhere, and they'll be like, yes. Where you want me at, boss lady? What you want me to do? What color you want me to wear? Where you want me to be? And I think that is an important distinction to make about event planning and productions that you are responsible for. I think it's because it's you, and people respect you, just for your poetry, but just for your personage. Like they respect you and believe that your heart is in the right place, and
absolutely,
and that you're doing it for the love of the art. And I think that goes a long way, because there are other people that could ask, and folks would be like, not today. And not tomorrow either, sis or bro. You know what I mean?
True that.
So that is certainly like a special gift that you have. Now, you are a tech innovator and the creator, founder of OMTV. Share with the people what OMTV is, How can people tune in? Are you accepting submissions currently? What's going on with OMTV?
Well, OMTV is open mic TV, of course. How can we not do open mic TV? And we are Eddie Sundays. Um, it is a platform for underrepresented talent. I, again, like I told you, for 8 years, I have been a part of Eddie Sundays, and I watched, man, people that can stand on the stage with the best of them. When I say the best of them, the best of him, the Lauren Hills, and they can literally stand next to them and do what they do. And I feel like they don't get what they deserve. Whether it's funds or whether it's the fame, either or, whatever it is that they desire to get out of their talent, I don't feel like they get it. These people, again, the talent they pay. You go to an open mic, you pay to perform. You say, hey, I'm gonna give you money so I can give you entertainment. Which is crazy. When you're talented and it's your talent, you more than likely get a discount at most open mics. But for those people to be there and just consistently come there, I mean, they get the recognition from the people that they're standing in front of at the moment, but they don't get the recognition, excuse me, they don't get the recognition that they deserve. And OMTV is that platform. It is literally worldwide. We are all over the world. We take unrepresented talent and put them on a stage, a worldwide stage, so everybody can see them. We want to be the plug. So when any AR reps are looking for talent, which is very, very hard now, nobody wants to go out in the pandemic and look for something. Everybody's looking for fresh new content. OMTV is that place. They can go right on there and be like, who is that? And they can look, those people they have their names and their tags on it. That way they can be able to get in contact with them right away. I know some people that are already plugged with new management because of OMTV right now. So it's all types of things. We have comedy, we have documentaries, we have spoken word, short films are coming, reality shows are coming. We are just expanding as much as possible. And of course, we are accepting submissions. OMTV is launching a website very, very soon. So for new productions and new talent.
So amazing that you've launched this thing, and I have an exclusive. You've heard it here, I Recite audience. You've heard it here. I would love to contract with you to put the I Recite series on OMTV.
They heard it first.
Get your contract ready, because we are going to be partnering and putting I Recite on OMTV. We believe it's the best place for us. We believe it's going to assist us in widening our viewing audience.
Absolutely.
Bringing more people who are interested in these rich conversations that we're having to the table.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to break that news to you, sis.
Breaking news, people. I Recite will be on OMTV. We are excited.
Yes. So I have just enjoyed chatting with you, sis. This has been so amazing. I would love for you to share another piece with us.
Okay. I'll share one of my favorites. Hey, Black girl. Do you know who you are? Who you really are? Do you know you can be what you want to be if you try to be what you... But I'm bent. I be damn near broken. I be hopeless, hoping that it would just end. I be scarred beyond belief. I be zero, self-inflicted, these wounds not healing. I be open, bleeding, pain, reliever relieves her. Not really. I be ripped, torn, born bad sheep, outcast. Hey, y'all, I might as well be outlaw, labeled trouble. I be the name, maimed. I be ready to go under. No fight left in me. Blows, slaps, fists. I be taking everything. I be blocking blessings and well, God don't even want me. I be garbage. I Nah, I be queen. Hand seam built to withstand anything. Do you know you can be creator of life? Feed without spoon. Do you know you can be healer of wounds with just lips? You can go 0 to 100 real quick, monthly, honey. Do you know you can be protector? Weapons of flesh for seed, and yeah, you bleed, but not because of scars. You're preparing a place for nations. Do you know you can be whatever mind visions? You were made in his image, made up, mac up, absent, beat for God. You and the Most High be so kindred. Your spirit be delicate, like silk threads, soft touch, won't break, holds you up. You hold it down. You be what's up. You be wife, soul tied, rib side. He's head, but you got his back. You all in. Feet first. You hurt, but you be over it. Flying, caped, no wings, superwoman, even at ocean's bottom, you be jewel, flaw, pearl, a perfect imperfection, won't fold under pressure. You be diamond, unbreakable, tried and tested. You be vested, girl. So embrace every mark, every crack, every crevice, every spot placed intricately. You be not just this reflection. Hey, Black girl, know who you are. Thank you.
And that's that piece.
That's that piece.
Let me tell you, sis. No, I be queen. I promise you. I say that at least once a week in these meetings with these people on mute now. I can't show up in the meeting and be like, I be queen. Yeah,
they like, ma'am.
Ma'am, what's happening, head wrap? What's happening over there? What you doing?
And she got her sage burning. She is ready.
Exactly. All the sage, sipping my tea, waiting to unmute. I be queen.
Right.
So certainly, this has been beautiful. Thank you for sharing yourself and sharing your thoughts and your feelings. This has been such a great conversation, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. If the peoples is looking for you on the social medias, where can they find you at?
Well, I would love for them to find me at OMTV20 on Twitter, on Open Mic TV on Facebook. You can put OMTV in as well. So on all social media handles, OMTV20, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Check me out.
Awesome. And certainly you can find all of the wonderful things happening at Recite on the Recite page, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Recite. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Twitter at Kai Loves You, KAILOVESU. If you're looking for me on Instagram, just add a 2 to that, Kai Loves You too. This has been amazing, sis.
Absolutely, sis. Thank you.
Blessings to everyone.
Peace and blessings to you as well.